Our first stop takes us to the Monte Cristo homestead in Australia. Like the previous two haunted locations, the Monte Cristo homestead also has reports of unusual activities within the mansion. Visitors have reported tales of injuries and murders, making it one of the most terrifying places in the world. The mistress of the house, after the death of her husband, never stepped outside the house for 23 years. Later, she died, and it is believed that her ghost is roaming in her room. People have seen ghosts in the windows and corridors of the mansion, along with flickering light and unusual noise. Next, we head to the Arrowdale Lunatic Asylum, also in Australia. Established in 1880, this mental hospital is a place of almost 60 buildings that is the most haunted place of the British Empire. The stories of Old Margaret and Nurse Kerry are among the most popular in all of Australia. It is believed that Nurse Kerry had haunted the female wing in the hospital, and Old Margaret is one of the many patients who were forced to leave the hospital after it closed due to unusual activities. If you're curious about this place, you can book a guided tour of this refuge, located in Ararat City, Victoria, Australia. We then travel to Highgate Cemetery in England. There have been reports of various supernatural activities in Highgate Cemetery for years. Located in North London, it was created in 1893 and has been the final resting place for over 170,000 people since then. The most popular story of all is the supernatural activities of the vampire, which came into the headlines after the discovery of a mutilated female body, which was burnt to a crisp. The vampire, as the locals believe, has red artificial eyes and is 7 feet tall with a black long coat. The unusual activities seen at this place are sudden drops in temperature and time. Highgate Cemetery is one of the most haunted places in all of London. The place opens every day from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., during which visitors can roam its edges for free. However, there is a fee to enter the cemetery. You can book your ticket to experience the scariest guided tours of the cemetery. Next up is the ancient Ram Inn in England, located in Watton-under-Edge, a small village about 40 minutes from Bristol. It is the oldest building in the village and one of the most haunted places in Britain. The ancient Ram Inn is known for its history of unique residents and several mysterious events. It is believed that the inn is haunted by several residents. However, one of the most popular stories is that of a witch, a woman who took refuge there to escape a government-sanctioned trial. After being caught, she was burned in the area, and her spirit haunts the place to this day. Visitors have been scared by strange events, noise, and flickering light from the inn. Other popular stories include the hanging of a former innkeeper's daughter in the attic of the place. Finally, we arrive at the Tower of London in England. One of the scariest tourist attractions to visit in London, the Tower of London is believed to be haunted by several people, including princes, who were murdered in the tower, and their ghosts are still haunting the place. Locals and guards believe they have seen the headless ghosts of Princess Jane Grey and Anne Boleyn. The palace has a brutal history of torture and execution. That concludes our journey through some of the most haunted places in the world. From Australia to England, these tales of the supernatural remind us that every place has its story. Some just happen to be a little more chilling than others.